didn't. Sorry. But go into there and click My EFT Management, and that is where you are going to put in your direct deposit information. Because when you get paid every Thursday with Beachbody, and it's always delayed a week. But if you don't set up your EFT, then you're going to get a paper check, and it's going to take longer. And they'll also take out a small percentage because they have to actually write and mail you a check. So just make sure you do that. That's just kind of like, little bitty things. But okay, let's see. There we go. Some important information before we really get into like what you're going to be doing and what to expect. These are just a couple of things that I always encourage you guys to bookmark. TBB Coach 411, a link generator that you can actually generate links to send to people who want to join your groups or who want to buy Energize. There's everything there. But we'll get to that when you're ready to use it. But that's just a link you need to know. You definitely need to know what your coach ID is. You will use that a lot, but if you filled out that business starter, the business action plan, you should have found it and written it down. In the Coach Online office as well, there's a place called FAQs. So I always encourage you guys to look for answers for yourself, because the more you use that Coach Online office, the more familiar you're going to be with it. But like if you have a question about challenge packs or Success Club or things like that, you can go in there and search the FAQs. But of course, a lot of that is in our coach training, but you can find a lot there. And definitely plug into our new coach training. It is called Business Builders Action Academy. And so that when I say New Coach University, that's what I'm talking about. I've changed it up a little bit, condense some of the training so that it's not as like just in depth. I really want to get you guys to have a solid start and not just be overwhelmed with 30 days of information. But there's a lot of good information there. So let's just dive right in. One of the things that you are going to do very quickly, our new coach training starts on Monday. So there's some prep tasks that I want you guys to go in there and to do. Things like learning about social media. If you haven't filled out that business action plan and send it to your new coach, you're going to do that. I'm not going to like throw you guys off the deep end just automatically, but we're going to kind of lead up to your coach announcement. But that is the first thing that you do. You guys, you have opened, when you hit submit, and you signed up as a coach, you open the doors to a business, albeit it's not a brick and mortar business, but it is a business. This business is run on social media, and we're going to talk a lot about how to use social media, how to grow your following, how to post in a way that you share and that you don't sell. We're going to talk about stories and all that. But the first thing that you have to do in order to start helping people is to tell people that you are a coach, right? And so that is going to happen in your coach announcement. And I'm going to encourage you guys to do that next week if you have not already. If you have already, you can post it again. Honestly, I posted my coach announcement more than once, but this is just your opportunity to say, hey, look, I have made this commitment to my health and fitness. I really feel like this is something God was calling me to. You may have a transformation. You may not have a transformation. It does not really matter. But just so long as you put it out there that you yourself have committed to taking care of your body, to fueling it with the right nutrition. You found a community of women that you want to do this with, women that hold you accountable, women that push you to be better, and you are going to start helping women yourself in your online accountability groups, right? You can say that however you want to. We'll give you lots of examples, and honestly, you just type it up and then you send it to your coach, or you can post it in our New Coach University, but you're going to put that with a picture of yourself. It's not going to be a picture of Beachbody or Shakeology or a stock photo that's a really cute quote. It's going to be a picture of you, because what you will learn as you build your business is that people are going to be attracted to you and to your story. People are going to relate to the struggles that you've had. People are going to relate to staying up all night with a sick baby, or with a baby that just won't sleep and still getting up and doing your workout. People are going to relate to if you've had like an eating disorder in the past, or if you have never struggled with having to lose weight, but you just want to be healthy and you want to help other people, right? So you are going to just briefly tell your story about how you got to where you are today, talk about the accountability groups, and invite people to one. my next accountability group, it actually stays open all the time, but I'm going to change the theme and add new people starting February 18th. So I'm calling my next boot camp the Enduring Love Club, because I'm using 1 Peter 5:7, the verse that says, cast your cares on him, for he cares for you. And I'm really going to start to talk about how, we take care of our bodies, or we not should, I don't like to use that word, but just how we are so valuable in God's eyes, and he loves us with such a great love that we in turn should see ourselves that way and should love ourselves, so that we can live out this life the best way that we know how. Right? And being healthy and being fit and being aware of what we're putting into our bodies is definitely part of that, right? So the Enduring Love Club will start February 18th. Sorry, I'm thinking. And so that I'm going to start actually talking about that and inviting to that. I always invite 2 weeks out. So you guys, this is perfect. Like, you guys starting to post and starting to share your story and making this coach announcement next week, you will be inviting to that group as well. Or maybe your coach is running her own challenge group and you are inviting to that. But either way, you're going to put into your coach announcement that you are inviting people to start doing what you are doing, which is working out from home, meal planning, incorporating superfoods, and finding some accountability in their health and fitness. All right. And you're going to give a call to action. You're going to say, like this post, or comment below, or send me a message, or whatever it is that you want to do. And that's going to be your coach announcement. All right. That's just essentially opening the doors of your business. And when you're doing this, you guys, we're going to talk a lot in the new coach training about just being yourself, but using this platform to make a positive influence. It's so tempting, I think, for new coaches just to start posting pictures of Shakeology and, or just a picture of like Transform 20 or the 21-day fix or something like that. But you don't want to do that. That is salesy, and we don't want to be salesy. People will connect to you and to your story. So you're just going to show up to be a positive influence, an influence that shows people, hey, like, this is what I struggle with, this is what I've struggled with, and I'm currently trying to overcome, but this is how I'm making this work for my family. I am such a huge believer that we are not here to show people our highlight reel. We are here to show people that, yeah, it's hard, but we're doing it anyways. And if we can do it, then you can do it. And we're here to help you, right? So be an influencer, be yourself. Just start to share your story and use all of your own photos. I hope you guys hear this. Don't use stock photos. Don't go to the internet and find pictures of that other people have taken. Like, take a picture of yourself. It can be a sweaty selfie. It can be a picture of you with your kids. It can be, like a picture of a plate, your food, or a picture of you with your friends. Like, it doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to look like someone else's business. Just be yourself. If you wear funky workout clothes when you work out, like, show people that. If you work out at midnight, that's cool. It doesn't matter. I work out at 5:30 in the morning, and everybody that follows me thinks you have to work out early, but you don't. You can do it whenever you want to. And so you're just going to start telling your story. All right. Show people why you work out. People don't care that you work out and that you eat clean and you have this transformation. They want to know why you started in the first place. Like, what keeps you from giving up? What motivates you? For me, it's my family. For me, it's now also this business and this community of women that God has given me to more or less take care of and to lead. Those things motivate me. It's a lot less about the dress that I'm going to fit into. I'm not going on spring break and going to wear a bikini everywhere. Like, that's not my motivation. I just want to be the healthiest version of myself that I can be. Your posts, the way that you write, you can, again, be yourself. I tend to write longer posts. Like, there are coaches that write and communicate very effectively in just like sentences. I don't have that ability. I kind of wish that I did. But write how you would write or speak in normal life. So when you're going to start posting, it's going to feel odd. It's going to feel like you're going to feel like, I don't know what to say. I don't know where to start. But honestly, I always just encourage coaches, just be yourself. Like, if you talk to people and you say like, hey girlfriend, what's up? Talk like that in your posts. You know, if you're more formal, like we have a coach on our team, she's an author, and she always writes these beautifully versed posts. And I'm like, wow, that overwhelms me. But that's her. And that's what makes her unique. So definitely be yourself. Once or twice a week, you are going to share a post about your challenge group and give a call to action. So, you know, this business is not just posting about health and fitness. It's about posting about daily life, right? And so like tonight, I made a post. I was just feeling overwhelmed. I was feeling like we had some stuff going on with the boys, and like I had planned to put out a post about the business, and I will post about this call in my stories. But honestly, I just felt led to share a picture of my boys and be like, I just want to snuggle my boys. Like, that's all I want to do. And I just want to spend time with them. And that's how I really, really, truly felt in the moment. But once or twice a week, you are going to tell your story again and talk about our challenge groups. You may share it in a Transformation Tuesday post. You may share it on a Thankful Thursday post, but you're going to talk about what you're doing in your health and fitness, and you're going to invite people to your next challenge group. And what you're going to find is that people are going to start to follow you and start to read your posts and watch your stories, and they are going to start to engage with you. Now, I don't know, it's different for everybody. You may post your coach announcement and talk about your challenge group and have 50 people respond to the post. You might have none. It doesn't matter, just so long as you start to share consistently about what you're doing and invite people to join our boot camps. There are plenty of people out there that need something and need a plan and just need to get started. And your post may be the thing that makes them take action. So don't ever doubt that, all right? Again, when I say be an influencer, that word gets thrown around a lot. I know that, but be an influencer. Like I said, this business is about more than just like losing weight or gaining muscle. This business is about really pointing people to the source that we need to be healthy and fit. And so, yes, this is a pre-workout picture post of me, but I got to share something that God really put on my heart through my scripture reading that morning. And so people know that I work out, but I also got to talk about what God was telling me through the book of Ezra. And so it was an encouragement post. And I'm telling you guys right now, the more encouragement, the more positivity, the more just solid truth that you put out in your posts, like the more people are going to come back and want to see what you have to say. And when you post that challenge group announcement, or when you put that invite into your stories, people are going to be a lot more likely to join you because they believe you and they hear your heart, and they know that you're not just out there posting selfies and pictures of Shakeology, right? So this is just an example of that. This is another example. So this is my friend Megan, who helps me run some groups. But this is obviously a picture of her Shakeology. It's not very really that appealing, but it's a catchy picture. And she's not saying, hey, I drank my Shakeology. She's talking about, I'm outside. It feels like fall outside. Our baseball was canceled, and we're just sitting in our backyard, and I'm sipping on, my superfoods, and it's Saturday, and life is good. That's just a lifestyle post, you guys. But people are going to see that she's drinking Shakeology. And so as you start to share, don't feel like you have to be pressured to make all these posts about Shakeology and educate people on what it is. Just show people that you're drinking it. Just show people that it's part of your life. Like every day I try to put a picture of my Shakeology in my stories in some way, just so people know that, hey, when I invite you to do this boot camp, like I'm drinking it and I want you to drink it too, right? People are a lot more likely to follow your lead. But if you never post, if you never talk about life, if you never show what you're doing, people are going to be really confused when you go to invite them to do a boot camp with you, all right? This is another example. This is a lifestyle post. This is me being mom of 2 boys. I've made this post about the boys' lunches, and I made a confession that we had really gotten into a mode of fast food and easy lunches that weren't so healthy. And I decided to really step it up because, you know, I was here to feed my boys well, feed myself well. And if I got lazy with that, then I wasn't doing my job as a mom and as a coach. And it was also an education opportunity for some other mamas just to share, because people are always like, what do your kids eat? What do your kids eat? And so like I just got to show that they ate turkey, pepperoni, and cheese and carrots and crackers, you know, nothing fancy, but I threw it all in a little Tupperware. We made our homemade Lunchables, and it was an education post to show people, give them a glimpse into my life and how we make this work for our family. All right. So that's another example. But what are you going to do every single day as a coach? What you are going to do, obviously, is you are going to be proof that the products work. You're going to do your workout. You're going to drink your shake. You're going to follow a meal plan. If you need help, if this is your first time like doing one of these workouts or following the Portion Fix system or whatever it might be, you have to be proof that the products work. I tell myself and I tell my team, our body is our business. And I don't mean that in a, you have to be perfect, you have to look like a model or a competition person. You just have to be committed to staying on a journey to become your healthiest self. You know, if you're posting about health and fitness and you're posting about your meal plan and all this stuff, and you know, like every night of the week people see you out eating tacos and cheese and, you know, fried food and donuts on Saturday morning, like people are gonna be like, what? That doesn't add up, right? And so like obviously we have our treat meals, we don't live perfectly, and I show people that, but you know, 80-90% of the time I do want to stay committed to my health because it is important, and that's the message that we are giving people. So you're gonna take care of yourself first, right? And that means, like I said, getting your workout done, drink your shake, logging it in your challenge group, always being a challenger. If I can stress that really right now, you guys, always be a challenger. No matter where you're at in your business, no matter where your head goes as far as success or not, like you are a challenger, and you felt called to take care of yourself from the beginning or you wouldn't be here. And don't lose that conviction, and that will inspire other people. My weight has gone up and down as a coach. Like I've done programs that didn't work for me, and I've had to say, look, this program just really wasn't my jam. I prefer to do this type of program, and I'm just constantly sharing my journey and just showing people what I'm doing. As far as posting, you are just going to talk about these things. You're going to talk about your journey. You're going to share it. There's a method of posting that people call journaling, literally, like you're just talking about your day in your posts, and sharing with people about the highs and the lows and the funny things and the struggle days, you know, and just really letting people in to see what your health and fitness journey is like and how it impacts other parts of your life. Now, when it comes to posting, sorry, my husband just came home. When it comes to posting, you know, when I started as a coach, they told us to post 3 to 5 times a day, which was insane, like insane, because I didn't post at all before I became a coach. And then I had to start posting 3 to 5 times a day. And that worked for a while. But now I really think that as a new coach, you should at least post once a day. Why? I know the younger generation does not post a whole lot. They use stories mostly, but posting once a day is really going to get you in the habit of talking through social media, of taking the thoughts that are in your heads or the message that God gives you in your quiet time, or, you know, the message from a challenger, and putting it into words that encourage other people. All right. So post 1 to 2 times a day. Whenever I make out my marketing plan for the week, I usually plan 2 posts a day. I'm probably going to start cutting that back to 1 most days because I share so much of my stories now that I don't feel like I need to put 2 posts out every single day. But honestly, I've just been in that habit. And so I'm trying to find my voice and trying to figure out how to put the best quality out there at least once a day, right? 10 stories. You know, now we have stories. When I was a new coach, we didn't have stories. But stories are a great way to show people what what you're doing without having to put too much thought into it. I like to tell people, think about stories as kind of like a reality TV show. And believe it or not, people want to watch your reality TV show. It blows my mind that people just scroll through all of my stories every day, but they do. People come back and watch them every single day. What do I put in my stories? And I'm going to show you guys this tracker in just a minute, and it goes through all of these things. But my stories, I really seek to share daily life every day. So like tonight, my kids were at basketball. I did a couple of shots at basketball. If we go out in the yard and play, I might talk about that, or I'll take a picture of the boys' food and post it in my stories and tell what they ate. I always put my workout clips in my stories, like showing people that you are doing these workouts and, you know, showing your workout space or what equipment you have to use, or, you know, if you log into Beachbody On Demand, like showing people how you do it. Because so many people, I mean, I used to be one of them, think you have to be at a gym to get fit. They think you have to leave your house to go to spin class or something like that. And I think those things are great, but they didn't work for me. And they still, like, being at home, getting fit at home is like, I've never been healthier than I am now. And so I'm just showing people that. So I usually do like 2 or 3 clips of my workout every single day. I might put up a motivational quote in there. I might say something funny. I might ask people if they sweated today. Giving people an opportunity to interact with you is going to be huge, okay? And again, we're going to talk about these things. I'm going to show you how to use Instagram and stories and all those fun little things that they have in there. But I always show my workout clips. I usually do something like product-wise. So I usually show my Energize or my Shakeology in my stories, but I don't say those words. I call my Energize like my Go-Go Juice. I call my Shakeology my superfoods or my breakfast or something like that. Why? Because if I'm on there talking about Shakeology all day long, people are going to go and they're going to look it up, and they're either going to be turned off by the cost, or they are going to buy it and not go through me as a coach, right? So I am showing people that I drink it every single day, so that when I invite them to my challenge groups and I say, you need this challenge pack, and this is what comes in it, they're going to be like, oh yeah, you drink that every day. Cool. I'm in, right? So I do show that. I usually try to give some pictures of my food, like healthy meals or tips or something. I usually, almost honestly, every single day invite to something, whether it's a challenge group or a coaching opportunity. I'm doing a free group next week, which I have not done in ages, but I am usually inviting, and it doesn't have to be, you know, like, hey, I'm running a challenge group. Do you want to join? Yes or no? No, it's like, whew, I did this workout today. I've been working out at home for a while now. Do you have 20 minutes a day that you can work out from home? You know, and just giving people an opportunity to interact and to say, hey, yeah, I would like some more information about that boot camp. Or yes, I struggle with finding time to work out. And so stories are a great way to do it, like you're just having a conversation with people, because you're just showing people what you're doing and you're saying, hey, do you want to do it with me? Right? So that's a great opportunity. And I also like to recognize my team and my challengers and just whomever in my stories to show people this is not just about me, right? Okay, so personal development. That is definitely something that is going to make or break your business. I personally did not do personal development for the first 3 months as a coach, and it was hard. I thought, oh, I'll just read my Bible, I'll just read my devotions, and that'll be enough. And yes, that's important, and you should start there. But God made very talented people to teach us how to run a business and to not give up and to just keep going, right? And so one of the first books that I read, and it's actually my personal favorite, it's called The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson, and I'll show you that in just a minute. But literally 10 minutes a day of personal development, it's going to keep you focused. It's going to remind you the power of consistency, the power of just showing up every single day, doing these things I'm telling you to do, and not giving up even when it seems like things are quiet or nobody's responding. The work that you're doing is compounding and building up, and you will see success from the things that you do today. All right. And again, you know, just show people what you're doing. Like, this is a funny picture of me with my kids, but I was just talking about working at home and you know, being able to do that around my kids. And I'm sure I had a message there somewhere. But again, always, always, always pictures and proof from your own life. All right, so let's talk about Instagram really quickly. And, I just want to give you guys kind of a glimpse into what you should start doing. So this is obviously my Instagram feed, right? This is what I call my grid. This is where I tell my story. And as you can see, like, it is not just all workout photos, right? Like, I don't want just to be the workout queen. I want to show people what I'm doing, but I also want to invite them into my story by showing them my real life. So for me, what I do, and we're going to talk about branding yourself, but I always encourage coaches to come up with a list of like 5 to 10 things that really define who you are. So for me, just right off the bat, if you look at my Instagram feed, you can tell I'm a mom. You can tell that I work out. You can tell that I study my Bible. You can tell that obviously I've got one in there about laundry, and food is a thing for me. And so that is kind of that's kind of the core of my content that I put out there. I am not, like I said, going to post about like getting ready for a bikini competition, or I'm not going to post about like, dog mom life. We do have dogs, but they're not like the heart and soul of my life, right? And so like, but they might be for you. That is where you're just going to start practicing putting yourself out there. And guys, I can tell you 110%, like, I didn't know who I was when I started this business. Like, again, like, this is an opportunity that God used to really draw out and help me discover who he created me to be, right? And so this is my grid. I'm telling my story. I'm mixing it up. And I really like to, this is an older snapshot, but I really like to give people a glimpse. Like, I want people to feel like they can see into my house, into my life, into my workout space, like into this one with me and the boys. We were reading our Bible one Saturday morning. Like, I wanted people to feel like they were there with me. And so your Instagram feed is going to be a little bit more thought out. It's going to be a little bit more well planned. We'll talk about apps and filters and all that stuff. But that is where you're going to tell your story every single day. All right. When you're using hashtags on Instagram, same thing. Like, you're going to come up with a list of 10 to 12 hashtags that define who you are. They're not going to be fitness related. They're not going to be Beachbody related. They're going to be things that are just personal to you. So for me, my kids play upward basketball. I might use a hashtag that says upward basketball mom, or, Mississippi girl, or let's see, I love to use like the She Reads Truth, and have a She Reads Truth Bible, and I love Becoming Mom Strong. It's a book that I read. So I'll use hashtags that are specific to who I am, and those hashtags are how other people will find my posts and how I will find other people through their posts as well. And so you're just going to start to practice this, you guys. Like, I don't want you to look at my feed or Mary Brantley's or Carly's or somebody's and say, oh my gosh, like, she has it all together. I can totally, if you scroll back all the way to the beginning, my posts in the beginning were not good. They were horrible. Like, I had no words. The pictures were awful. It was just something that I had to practice and find my voice and figure out what I was put here to say, and how I was meant to encourage. Okay. So that's your Instagram feed. Your month one goal is to just start doing these things, you guys. Just start sharing. Just start telling people what you're doing and invite people to do it with you. All right. And you're going to find that you're going to start with your mom, your sisters, your best friend, your college roommate, the chick who works in the office right next to you at work, or that you serve with at church. Don't overthink like, oh my goodness, I have to go out to social media and find all these people who want to join my boot camp. Like, I don't know where to start. Just start where you are. Start with the people closest to you. Just say, hey, you know what? I started working out at home and I joined this boot camp and I actually love what I'm doing. And I want to help 3 people this month get started in the boot camp with me. My coach said I could invite people. Would you want to do this with me as well? And just tell people what you're doing. You are going to invite people either to your own boot camp. Most coaches don't start their own boot camp in the beginning unless they're really familiar with the process. Maybe you've been a challenger for a little while. You get it. You're like, I can do this. And I'm like, more power to you. I think it's awesome when coaches start their own challenge groups. I share all of my challenge group content with my coaches if you want it. When I write a post, I'll save it and I'll put it in a Google Doc, and I will hand it off to my coaches for you to take and to make it your own. But you're going to invite people to a challenge group. It might be yours, it might be your upline coaches, doesn't matter, just so long as we get people plugged in. You're going to start making a list of everyone that you can invite, all right? So that, and I really encourage you guys like to dig deep, and I'm going to challenge you to come up with a list of 20 names and send it to your coach tomorrow, all right? And you're going to start to invite people one-on-one to do this with you while you start to share your story publicly, all right? Definitely fill out that first 30-day action plan, and make sure that if you have not already, that you set up a one-on-one call with your coach. And I'm going to show you a couple of things in our training in just a minute. I really like to encourage you guys, I already said it once, treat this like a business. Set business hours, you guys. It can so easily bleed over into your life, into your maybe a full-time job or your service at church. I am like numero uno guilty. I love what I do. Like, I love what I do as a coach. I could do it all day long. But in the beginning, it didn't feel that way. It just kind of felt like I worked out of desperation. Like I have to respond to these people's messages. It may be 11 o'clock, but she just messaged me and I have to respond to her. No, you don't. No, you don't. You can set business hours for yourself. Now, I pretty much put my phone away at 9 o'clock, definitely by 10 o'clock. But I plug my phone up across the room in my bedroom. The only reason it's still in my room at night is because I use the sound app on it. And so I plug it up across the room so that I can't just reach over and grab it. Okay. So set business hours. Maybe you work your business early in the morning. For me personally, when I was working full time, I worked an hour or so in the morning before my kids got up. I would commute to work an hour each way. And so I use that time to listen to my personal development, to catch up on training calls, or to voice memo people that I was inviting or responding to my challenge groups. Okay. So work wise, definitely work wise, and find the pockets of time that you can work your business and stick to it. Obviously, this is a mobile business. You can work it from wherever you are, but just make sure that you are setting time aside to work your business, that you're sticking to it, and that you're also not just finding yourself constantly scrolling on social media and being on the phone in front of your kids or family or whatever when you're supposed to be present, right? So definitely set your hours. Show up for this training call. Okay, so I know it's on Wednesdays. This weekly new coach call is on Wednesdays at 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. You may not be able to make that, but I did it at 11:30 because it does cross over into lunchtime for people. If you guys tell me you're going to be here and you can't make it on Wednesdays at lunch, but you can make it every Tuesday at 8 o'clock, I'm willing to change the time of the call to serve you best, okay? But I really, really, really encourage you to catch these calls. Get on, come and listen. My coach every week, honestly, as a new coach, I wanted to quit because I was so overwhelmed, but she would say something that made me think, okay, I can do this. I can do that. I can start there. I can tweak this. I can tweak that. And so that's what kept me focused. So I really feel like these are so important. Participate in the Coach University, the Business Builders Action Academy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start posting daily on Monday. And like I said, there are already some prep tasks in there. You can go in there and start to work on those this weekend. But participate in that training. That training is for you. It's not for me. It's not for somebody else. It's for you. So ask questions, read the daily posts, do the assignments, and your business will grow. You will be overwhelmed. There's no way around it. You're starting something new. And so it is a little overwhelming, but you can go through the new coach training 2, 3, 4 times if you want to, right? Like I said before, your body is a business tool. So treat it that way. Make your body a priority. Again, not in a like creepy, like I have to be perfect kind of way, but you know, you want to take care of it. You wanted to take care of it before, or you wouldn't have started this. So just be consistent in your health and fitness journey. And I tell coaches all the time, have fun. Like as you start to share your story, just, you know, eliminate the thoughts of what is my coworker going to think about me, or what is so-and-so going to say about me. Just have fun and find joy in sharing your story with other people, because they will communicate, they will connect with it. Just a couple of things. We'll talk more about this again, but social media, make your profile public. If it's not public, people can't find you. Definitely make sure you have a good profile picture versus a bad one. If you have a picture of your cat up right now, you need to change it and make sure that it's a picture of you, a well-lit, clear picture of you. Your social media posts, lighting is so important. You don't have to have all these fancy ring lights. I do have a ring light now I use a lot, but honestly, natural lighting is really the best lighting that you can find, okay? So just make sure that they're clear, they're not grainy, and that, you know, you are definitely telling a story with each picture. I don't use a selfie stick anymore, honestly. I think the days of just like armed out selfies are gone, but that is, there are lots of different things that you can find for cheap on Amazon if you need them. The 4 vitals, you're going to hear this a lot, are, you know, obviously inviting. We can't help people if we don't invite them. Being proof that the products work, doing your personal development, and recognizing people. And that will come as you start to grow. All right. So your first month, I definitely encourage coaches to shoot for Emerald. What does that mean? Emerald, as a coach, you have 2 legs in your business, and that may not make any sense to you at all. It didn't to me for a long time, but basically you want to enroll 2 people as coaches in your first month, definitely in your second month, because what happens is that right now you're sitting at coach. For most of you guys, you are a coach, and that means that you just earn 25% commission on things that people order through you, which is great, but you don't earn any more than that. You don't have the potential to earn any more than just straight commission, right? When you become an Emerald coach, you actually unlock the bonus potential, which means that for all the orders that you have through coaches or customers, when you hit a certain number, Beachbody will actually pay you a $14 bonus, okay? And it does not sound like a lot, but you're really going to start to see that grow. And also, when you're an Emerald coach and you're hitting Success Club is helping 3 new people get started with a challenge pack every month. You're going to hear us talk about that a lot. But if you're an Emerald coach and you're hitting Success Club and you're drinking your Shakeology every single month, you actually qualify for customer leads. That means those are people that go to Beachbody's website, they order things, they don't have a coach, and they assign those to you. So every month I get at least 5, actually I get like 10 because I hit Success Club 10 or higher, and I get people who go and they order stuff and they don't have a coach, and I just get their commission, and it's just great. So that's definitely a goal that you want to work for. It definitely helps start to build residual income. This is your Success Club system, you guys. This is in our new coach training. It's in your Coach Online office. I have mine. I have like, it represents a whole week. Our week starts on Thursday, so it starts on Thursday and ends on Wednesday. This is how I work my business. This is what I did as a brand new coach, and I still do this today. So everything that I talked about tonight on this call about what you're going to start doing is on this sheet with a nifty-difty little check mark beside it, okay? So I literally sit down to work my business, and I check this off even 4.5 years into my business, okay? You don't have to ever wonder, like, what do I need to do today? Like, you don't have to wake up and wonder and say, okay, it's time to work my business. I don't know what to do. You are going to initiate connections. You're going to add followers. You're going to make a social media post. You're going to put some things in your stories. You're going to invite 5 people to join your challenge group or the coaching opportunity. You're going to respond to people who comment on your posts or watch your stories or like your post. And so like you really, it is a step-by-step roadmap to success in your business. And if you do these things like every single day, your business will grow. You will hit Success Club. You will find 3 people who want to join your challenge group. I promise you guys. So I want you guys this week to print off your first Success Club system. If you want to be bold, go ahead and print off, like, what do we have? 47 weeks left in the year? I don't even know. But I like have all of mine printed off for the entire year. Okay. So print this off if you want to go through it with your coach, or if you want to post it in our new coach training every day or every week, like, you are welcome to do this. But this tracker will help you stay focused. I promise you guys, don't overlook it. Again, some important things. National Wake Up Call is something that happens every Monday. I always tell coaches to make 2 calls a week and a priority. One being the National Wake Up Call, which happens, you can either listen to it live through the Team Beachbody 411 page or on Facebook, or you can catch the recording on podcasts. I rarely listen to it live just because I'm usually Monday mornings, I hit the road hard and I start working and I just don't want to stop to listen to that call. But I usually catch it that afternoon or the next day. But it's at 10 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. It's a great call. Like, it's a great call. I didn't love one lately, but that's really like the only one I've ever not loved. But it's always a coach sharing their story, and it's got great information too about what's happening at the Beachbody level. And then the other call is this call. Make this call a priority. It will be Wednesdays at 11:30. Again, if there are plenty of you who can't do that and we need to change it, I'm willing to do that. Get into the new coach training and get into a challenge group. Again, you are always a challenger. Please, please, please don't feel like I'm a coach now and I have to do all this other stuff and neglect my health. Your health and your body and your mindset comes first. So make sure that's a priority. Plug into your challenge group. Keep logging your shake and your workout and all that stuff. You're going to launch your business like we talked about and become a Success Club starter. What that means is that you hit Success Club your first 3 months in a row. All right. So what is this? If you hit it this month, January, February, March, you'd be a Success Club starter. If you hit Success Club for the first time in February, March, and April, then that's going to be your Success Club starter. And when you do that, you actually earn your ticket to Summit for free, which is our annual coach event. So that's really awesome. It's like a $200 or $300 ticket and you get to go for free. So that's a really good thing. So you want to aim for that. Again, Success Club 5, enroll 2 coaches to get to Emerald. Guys, my first 2 coaches were like a friend from high school and my husband, okay? So don't overthink that either. Don't think I have to go out and find people to work this business. Like, just sign up your first couple of people, your challengers as coaches. They can get the discount. They can fill those spots for you. And they might become coaches. I don't know. But, you really want to unlock that earning potential. Host or co-run a challenge group with your coach. Get a personal development book. Again, my favorite is The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. It's really, really good. I don't like the You Are a Badass. I need to take that off. Somebody else put this on here. But The Compound Effect is another good one. So either one of those 2 are really ones that I would recommend. Let's see. Okay. Obviously, trust the process. You're going to be like, Rachel, what have you thrown me into? This is crazy. This is a lot of information. I don't know what to do. But start small, trust the process, and talk to your coach. Talk to your coach. Talk to me. Plug into the training. You know what? We can't help you if you don't ask questions. So please ask questions because I know that you will have them. And then I am challenging each of you guys to sit down and make a list of 20 people that you're going to invite to our February boot camp. All right. Start with people that like you go to church with, people that you work with, family, friends, college friends, people that cut your hair, like just sit down and make a list of 20 people that you can help in our boot camps. All right. So I'm going to stop that share and then I'm going to go back to our new coach training because I really want to show you guys. So it's called this. This is what it looks like. Can you guys still see my screen? Yeah. The Business Builders Tribe, Business Builders Action Academy. And so it's already set up into some prep tasks that you guys can go through this weekend. And I definitely encourage you to do that. It's a 14-day training. When I start posting on Monday, it's going to be 14 days. I'm not going to post on the weekends because that'll give you time to catch up. And I definitely encourage you guys to take Sundays off, to unplug, to use that time to free up some headspace, and to definitely commit that time to just Sabbath and rest, and so that you can come back refreshed on Monday. And I often find that Sundays are hard for me to unplug, because when I unplug, my brain goes crazy and I get all these ideas and I really want to work. But I'm working on that personally. So this is our new coach training. And so I will start to post in there on Monday, but you can go ahead and work through a lot of these things. All right. The other thing that I wanted to show you was we have a team page. It's called Team Take Heart. If you're not in there, definitely get plugged in there. This is our page that I just share trainings and I share information. We share ideas and tips, and like there's a calendar about everything that's coming up in February. So that's a good place to be plugged into. But the new coach training is definitely where you're going to find out how to work this business. All right. Let's see. I think that is all that I have. All right. Do you guys have any questions for me? That's a lot of information. It's really a lot of information, but I think that right now you focus on getting with your coach, making your coach announcement, starting to post, starting to share stories, really just starting to kind of figure out what you want to say, what your motivation is going to be, how to start using Instagram, hashtags, things like that, and then make that list of people that you're going to invite. Those are the first three things I would focus on. I wouldn't focus on like getting a ring light or what app am I going to use to filter my photos? Like, well, how can I make my photos and my posts look like Rachel's? Don't go there. Just start to post, write your coach announcement, and make a list of people that you're going to start to invite to our challenge group, and we will help you with those invites. All right. Okay. So who has questions? You may have questions. I already talked to some of you guys this week. Let me unmute. There we go.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So of course, I'm in the academy thing, the where you have us training, and I've done some of the videos and stuff. So when you said 14 days, is that going to be the next part to it? Or is that
no, I deleted all the stuff that I had in there except for the prep tasks. Okay. I can't talk, y'all. I'm tired. And I'm going to start posting it again on Monday. So I would just go through it again, honestly, Tiffany.
Okay, just start all over.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously you nailed it this month. You hit Success Club. But just start to, like I said, just start to refine your post, your messages, whatever you want to put out there. And just go through it again and ask questions, and then after that we'll move you on to another training.
So your ideas was great and stuff, so I'm already posting. I just got to figure all that out.
Yeah.
Instagram is I'm more Facebook than I am Instagram, so yeah. It's just a matter of sitting down and figuring all that out. So that's what I'm trying to do. So.
And that's okay. Like if you're on Facebook and most of your friends are on Facebook, like you keep posting there, but also start to do it on Instagram too, and you'll learn. I didn't know anything about Instagram when I started.
I have a lot of friends, but I don't follow a lot of people, so I had to go in there and change all that.
Yeah.
But, in Instagram, so that's what I'm paying attention to, is making sure that my stuff's open now where people can see. And
yeah.
Of course, I had more friend requests in the past few days because I'm doing the stories.
Yeah.
And it's cool because you can see how many people actually look at it. They don't comment on it, but they look at it. So
yes.
That's something that Facebook doesn't have. So.
Right. And we'll talk about how to start to build connections with those people. This is a relationship building business, you guys. And I love the connection and meeting new people and really starting those genuine relationships. That goes a long way in helping people trust you. And Mary Brantley can speak to that too. But does anybody else, do you guys have questions? Chelsea or Hannah, Tracy?
For once, I actually don't.
Tracy's like, not right now. Huh? Did somebody else say something? Okay. All right. That's all I got, y'all. The next week, on next Wednesday on our call, and seriously, you guys, if you want me to do a night call, I don't mind to, okay? But next week we will really start to talk about like how to build relationships, like connecting with people, following new people, some of my favorite photo apps, like, how I put the squares around my photos and all that stuff, and how we use hashtags. So we'll dive deeper into that. We're not throwing you out into the deep waters without walking you through it. So I love new coach training. Like, I think it's fun.
I don't know if I'll be on next week live. I'll probably have to listen to it. I know the next few weeks with my work schedule, it's a little crazy on Wednesdays. Usually I'm off Wednesday, but the next few weeks are crazy. So
okay. Yeah, we record everything. So don't, if you miss it, that's fine. Like, I'll always share the recording.
Okay.
Okay. All right, you guys. Well, good night. I will see you again soon. Thanks for showing up. Bye.